Hey there guys, Aldershot here, and today we're going to take a look at Risk of Rain. It's a rogue-like action platformer, and you kind of play through the game, and you gain items that will benefit you, and help you progress through the game. And like most games with rogue-like elements, when you die, that's it, you're dead, it's permadeath. So you just start over and learn from your mistakes. It's a pretty fun game, I gotta say. Now, again, this isn't exactly a brand new game. It came out a few months ago. I'm doing an impression video on it right now because I really want to do a Let's Play series on the game. And I'm really doing it for the benefit of some of my subscribers who might not know what Risk of Rain is, as well as anyone who's kind of curious about the game and still hasn't really checked it out yet. So maybe this impression video will help you out on whether you're interested in it or not. So anyways, let's get right into it. So here we are at the character selection screen. You do start off with just one character, the Commando. Now I played this for about 3 hours now, give or take, and I've yet to get a new character. I think you got to play the game quite a bit, you know, progress through the game in a sense where you have to achieve a certain I don't know, certain amount of points in certain categories. I think. I'm not completely sure on how to get new characters, to be completely honest. But so far I've used the Commando because that's the first character you get, and that'll be the character you'll be using if this is your first time as well. Anyways, let's actually get into the game. Alright, so the game does have keyboard controls, and you can bind the controls yourself. It does support the gamepad, and I will be using the gamepad because it's a platformer and it just feels a whole lot more natural than the keyboard. I'm sorry to say, for the extremely hardcore PC users, it's just the honest truth. At least for me, everyone's a little bit different. You might very well enjoy the keyboard more than a gamepad, and that's perfectly okay as well. To each their own and all that. Well, anyways, let's actually get into the game. So as you can see, you do level up. Alright, and as you level up, you get more powerful, more health, etc. You know, the stuff that you would expect when you level up. And if you look on the right top hand corner, you'll see a bar. It'll say difficulty very easy, as well as a timer. As the timer ticks, the difficulty goes up. So you kind of want to get as much items to upgrade your character, and money and XP as you possibly can in the shortest time possible. Because if you take too long to progress, then things get very, very difficult. And this game's already pretty challenging. Okay, the first I've gotten is level 3, which I consider very, very good considering how inexperienced I am, honestly, in this game. So yeah, like even level 1, getting past level 1 can be kind of a little bit difficult sometimes, especially when you're starting off, alright? So on the bottom middle, you'll see some, like a hotkey kind of thing going on there. And there are your abilities, okay? You got your regular shoot, which doesn't take any cooldown. Then you have like this dodge attack, which is a quicker cooldown. But when you're dodging, you're also invincible. Very useful. At least I'm expecting each character to have their own abilities, so this is just the Commando's abilities that I am describing. The thing I just used there is like a shotgun ability that does massive amount of damage to anyone in that direction. It's very, very useful. The cooldown's not too bad on it. And then there's another ability right there where you shoot a whole bunch of bullets at a little bit more powerful damage, and has the longest cooldown, I believe. And as you can see, you pick up items. Let's see, let's take a knife. And what did that knife give us? I don't know. Let's get it again. Oh, let's take care of these guys. They're pretty annoying. Alright, rusty knife, chance to bleed on hit. So, well, there you go, I got that guy bleeding. That's actually going to be really useful later on in the game, especially when mobs have tons of life. Alright, every bit of damage definitely helps. So, there's no limit on how many items you can collect, and you can actually stack the items that you collect as well, and they'll improve in their abilities. So that's pretty good. You'll always kind of want to be looking out for items, and in order to get items, you gotta have money to buy them. Usually, okay? So you gotta look for money and you gotta look for XP. So it's a pretty interesting platformer, I gotta say. The rogue-like elements will definitely attract quite an audience. It already has attracted quite an audience, I should say, as that genre has been extremely popular in the last year or so. But not even just that. The game feels really good. The controls are very functional. All right, they do feel very good and easy to handle, especially once you get used to it. And the sound design is quite good. A lot of good feedback for when you hit the enemy, when you take damage, when you collect items, etc., etc. Good sound cues, and the music's pretty fantastic too. From the soundtracks I've heard already, this is definitely a very good sounding game. Okay, that's for sure. And visually, as you can tell, it has a very simplistic 8-bit sort of design to it. And as I mentioned in my Electronic Superjoy impressions, I am actually a big fan of simplistic design. And this game definitely presents a interesting simplistic design for sure. Very 8-bit, very 8-bit. However, the design in 8-bit is actually quite good. A lot of really good pixel art here. Very clear and easy to understand, which is important, of course, but also very aesthetically pleasing as well. It also, you know, lives with the concept of 8-bit quite well, designed with that idea in mind, and doesn't really stray from that, and nothing wrong with that whatsoever. That visual style of 8-bit has actually also been very popular over the last year or so. Probably because a lot of indie developers are old school gamers, kind of like myself. I'm a little bit of an old school gamer, and we always say, like, what's with all the 3D stuff, you know? Like, there's nothing wrong with really high fidelity, high production 3D graphics. Nothing wrong with it at all. However, with the technology that we have today, wouldn't it be amazing to see what games like Mario would look like with, you know, today's visual technology and all that stuff? And that's something that indie developers have fulfilled as far as wishful thinking goes. So that's actually really, really awesome. So if you're an old school gamer and you ever thought to yourself, man, what would a PS3 or an Xbox 360, what would that do with a game like Mario All-Stars? Well, indie games is your answer to that. They look pretty good, I gotta say, especially when you know, this game looks pretty good, right? I think it looks pretty good. So as far as a challenge goes, this game definitely has its challenge. You're gonna want to micromanage when you want to fight the boss. As we saw that little claw thing on the ground that we just passed, that's the teleporter to the next level. Now when you activate it, you'll actually start the level's boss. And unless you feel strong enough with enough items and enough high enough level and all that stuff, it might be a bad idea to start it. You don't want to go in underprepared. And even if you do happen to fight the boss, and when you're going to go into the next level very underdeveloped. And this thing here is an interesting little totem where you have a chance of getting an item, but not always. In fact, I don't really see one all that often. However, it's cheap. That's the payoff. These crates are great because they're guaranteed items. Oh, a drone. Drones are nice. You can have battle drones or healing drones. I got 2 healing drones right now, so they heal me when I take damage, which is nice. So this game actually has, you know, you can collect a lot of different items. I think the developer said there's over 100, and they range from passive effects to active effects, where you actually have to use them, to more like helpers or pets, kind of like these drones. I'm actually a big fan of the battle drones. I did quite well with 3 battle drones one game. The highest I've gotten was level 3, and that was with 3 battle drones and you know, a bunch of other crazy upgrades as well. It was also my highest counts for collected items. I think it was 20. So again, I'm still pretty green, but however, oh, what's this? Unlocks all chests in vision. Oh, interesting. Unfortunately, oh, I can use it. Okay, cool. So that's one of the active effects. I've never seen that item yet. There's so many items, I haven't seen them all yet, and it'll take you a good few playthroughs to actually see them all. So this game definitely features a lot of variety as well. And I believe the items are randomly generated with each playthrough as well. Although the maps are not. They are pre-made maps, and there are you know, a set amount of them, unfortunately, but that's okay. I believe they did that for the sake of good level design instead of procedural level design, which sometimes is not that great. So you know, I don't blame them, especially if they wanted really, you know, a platformer that feels good. You're gonna want to actually design your levels instead of letting the computer do it. So I totally understand the route that they took in that. However, they did make the teleport spawn and the item spawns and the items that you can get random. So there is still a degree of randomness, and that's not a bad thing because it will keep the game interesting with each playthrough. And this game definitely incentivizes multiple playthroughs, as most games with roguelike elements do. Because games like that's all about doing a little bit better each time you play and learning from your lessons. So as you can see, this game is, as far as mechanics go, you're really going to want to manage your cooldowns, just like in any RPG with a hotbar, you know, and cooldowns. You're going to want to micromanage that so you're not using abilities you don't need when you don't need them. Like, this is the teleport thing I was talking about, by the way, just in case you didn't catch it the first time. Alright, so let's see. You know what? We're going to go and hunt for a couple more items. Actually, you know what? Maybe when we find one more item, you know what? Screw it. Let's fight the boss. This isn't a Let's Play. We will be doing Let's Plays, of course, because I'm really enjoying this game. I really like it, I gotta say. Now, if I was to criticize this game for anything, honestly, I don't know what. I just really like the game. I could say there's not enough features, but it's $10. And honestly, I don't think a game like this should be feature heavy. I think it should stick to what it does best, which is this. And it does have multiplayer as well. Although, okay, that's what I'll criticize this game for. It's like peer-to-peer, where you have to put in the user's IP address and the port forwarding number and all that stuff. So that's a little bit annoying, a little bit cumbersome. So that's all I can really say in a negative. Alright, let's fight the boss. Not to sound like I'm just, you know, not to sound like I'm just gushing over the game. I'm really not, okay? I'm being honest. This game actually is a lot of fun, and I'm having a hard time criticizing this game for anything. And I tend to like to be honest with my viewers and, you know, let them know the goods and the bads, okay? It's not all about promoting an indie game, as much as I, you know, enjoy doing that as well, because indie games deserve that kind of attention. But in a case like this, there's really little I can say as far as criticism goes. So that's a good thing. I could say it's too easy. It's not too easy, by the way. But if I did say that, there's a difficulty meter. You can actually make this game even harder right off the bat. I can say it's too hard, which isn't too hard. I feel it's very, very enjoyable in this challenge currently. But if I think it's too hard, there's also a difficulty to turn it down. So yeah, they even got that front covered. So I like how that teleporter just shot everything up there, which cleared the way. I didn't mean for that to happen, but hey, it worked, so I'm okay with that. We're actually not doing too bad. We don't have a lot of life taken from us. We're using our dodge ability to its fullest effect, which is nice, which is what you're going to want to do. Alright, here we go. Alright, that took quite a bit of damage from him. Alright, we're not doing too bad at all, actually. We might be able to pass the first boss without too much trouble. Let's see what we can use. Oh, right. Man, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use that as a trap. Although it doesn't trap the other jellyfishes. And hopefully it doesn't trap us. Oh my, look at look at all that crap up there. Alright, we almost got him done. We almost got him done, and our health is very, very good. Not bad. Energy cell attacks faster at lower health. Not bad. Not bad. Okay, cool. So when you kill a boss, you still have to take care of the remaining mobs that have already spawned in the level. Okay, so you do have to clear the level still. And that, remember, you kind of want to progress the game efficiently, so the difficulty meter on the top right hand corner, again, doesn't get too high, otherwise things become very unmanageable if you don't have enough upgrades. And that's something to consider. It's a little bit of micromanaging in that fashion. Anyone who enjoys that sort of thing, you'll find in this game. So, okay, how many more enemies do we have? Game 31. Oh my, that's actually quite a bit still. Let's take the little jump pad. Let's cheese ball these guys, because they can't reach us. And why not? So this game does give you the opportunity to cheese ball as well, sometimes. But sometimes it's kind of necessary. You need that break sometimes. We're taking care of these guys. Not too bad. Oh man, why did I do that? That was terrible. Okay, here we go. Cheese balling, cheese balling. Alright, so we got rid of those guys. Let's take care of these guys here. Let's cheeseball these guys as well. Because why not? Sometimes you're going to have to kind of scumbag it out because this game can get a little difficult, and this honestly is just more efficient, you know? You lose less health, you spend less time dodging, so you spend all your time shooting them. So, you know, just playing efficiently, you know? It's just the way it is. So hopefully we can get some more attack mods when we get into the higher levels, when we do jump into the second level, because I feel like, you know, I got fair amounts of defensive mods now, especially with 2 healing drones. I could use a crowbar too, which basically allows me to do a lot of damage to healthy mobs, which is very, very useful. Okay, how many more mobs now? 5 more, not bad. Let's cheeseball these guys too. We're just full of cheese today. You know what? Okay, for the sake of this video, so it's a little bit more exciting, we don't cheeseball just these guys. Alright. Dodge that. So the roll is really, really useful. Really useful. You're going to want to use that optimally. Oh my, the difficulty's already at hard and we're about to enter second level. That's not really efficient. You kind of want to get to the second level before it reaches hard. If you want any hopes to progress any further, or at least, you know, if you're at my experience level. When you're at a higher experience level, it probably won't matter as much. You'll probably have more characters as well. So again, the game's pretty fun. I really enjoy the general gameplay. The action's fantastic. It has a lot of, like, you know, heart in your throat kind of moments where you're just like, oh my god, so close, just a little bit more, you know, those kind of situations. So that's really enjoyable. A bit of adrenaline pumping, you know. It's very, very kind of fast paced as far as the platformer goes, and I like that. Alright, here we go. To the next level. Well, I think that will cover it, guys. I'll play tiny. Well, I'll do my farewells to the second level. How's that? Just to give you a little glance. The game's $10 on Steam. Very, very enjoyable, critically acclaimed. This is Risk of Rain. I very, very much enjoy it. Very much recommend it. So if you enjoyed this little impression video, if you found this helpful, useful, or enjoyable in any way, please send me some love, you know, like, share, fave, comment, all that stuff. But most importantly, please subscribe, and I'll bring you lots more videos like this. You know, show you some games and stuff. Anyways, this is Aldershot. Thanks for watching, and I am out.